welcome back to the channel. It is Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes, and Ren, he could be a rabbit hole all unto himself, honestly. I take a deep dive over there. Interesting artist, incredible backstory, and hopefully talent to share and keep creating for years to come. I've enjoyed every bit of it, but it also gets complicated and weird. So, just in case, go ahead and support the artist. Watch it on your own. I might pause, stop, rewind, whatever I kind of choose. Other than just cater to everyone like it's a radio station. It's not. That all being said, let's go.
Lady loves to change the night of falling down by the Mississippi shore. And for you, my lonely heart is calling.
Oh, yeah.
Each night I love you more and more. Day and night I seem to dream about you. I sing to you. I sing to you.
Now, I can't even get into it because I was just reading something today, and the unfortunate truth is it's too bad there wasn't a little piece of silver or some sort of tangible asset that we could have. Them cards are going to be the control of everyone. I hate to point that out. Wait till you tell you you've had enough. No, we're going to deny that purchase. And then you have to pay for food up front. Because let's say you misbehave during your meal, they turn off your payment ability. So then you'd have to prepay for everything up front. Man, they're going to break the... Oh, wait, they already broke the world. We're just all waking up to it. Shh. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, that should be real money.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you. I'll say that with pride. It's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me. Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble, make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted, but I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth, so my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut banished angel. I am Lucifer, might reign like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list, the pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick! Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
Damn! Well, I didn't think he'd finish with a fatality. I didn't know the closer was a broken bottle to the gut. This is crazy. Very cool, interesting, and I'm assuming incredibly introspective. What the word? I think it's looking internally, maybe. Now I would have to weigh some of the illness and downtime in his life against it. Unfortunately, but I don't know the whole story, so I don't want to assume. It's very well. As a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist, the beginning and the ode to I've been lied to by the state sort of resonates with me right now. Like the money comment. It appears that a growing control system is just here, over there. Now seems to be a lot more in your face. A lot of these ideas aren't going to fly, I wouldn't think, very long. If what I just found out is true, I mean, they can tell what you're typing by listening to your keystrokes. Now, my honey pointed out use a virtual keyboard, but I'm pretty sure they're following that too. Man, I don't know how many more drunken alley fights you're gonna get. I don't know. Gosh, what's coming? Outside of carbon credits and trading allowances of carbon credits, probably to the elite, trading flesh or some sort of horrible thing, so they could do whatever they want, and you could get a little more to scrape by on. Now I can't speak on anyone who's successful. I never found success, so I'm guessing I'm down here at the bottom where the dribbles are going to end up. It's frustrating. So yeah, I'm very...
Kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood. Do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run. Blue lights, boy, chill.
Damn. Of course, now, if it is looking at self, that's a rough one, because I'm pretty positive in the video and the storyline we just watched, he started that fight and finished it. That does very much aligns with the left-hand path. So, some of that lyrical content seemed accurate. I'm just saying from what I'm seeing. The standalone product as a song and a piece of art, not Ren is secretly evil and telling us that. I've followed too much of his other shit that he's talks about, and it certainly doesn't seem evil. In fact, it seems like some of his extreme fans on both ends of the spectrum get frustrated when he has an actual opinion that goes contrary to their belief system. Weird how that works. You like the art, but you're afraid of what they think. That one's frustrating and irritating, all at the same time.
So it goes in the absence of the light.
Yes.
The devil sowed a seed in our mind. Vincent went shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The cook to omit him, hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie the Britons sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality.
Now, but I just saw a video out of, let's just say, free stuff from everyone's state in the U.S. Over there, Washington State, and a young lady, and she was talking about 9 to 5ers as her breadwinners. That she expected people to go to work day in and day out, so then they could be robbed, and she could have some benefits from the state dribbled down into her veins, in the form of safe injection sites and good rigs. And I was just telling someone when I was a musician, I used to have to bring my guitarist. I was naive. I liked drugs, but I wasn't full blown banging that shit. I'd take him to this restaurant, and I was like, what the hell? You don't come out with no breakfast, you don't come out with no coffee. And here he was in there stealing needles from the sharps disposal unit. And I was like, ow. Now, he wouldn't have been a better person if he could have got that for free, and our band wouldn't have made it if he had a safe injection site and government-sponsored dope. He'd have just been a junkie both ways. But I admit, it's a lot safer for individuals to live off the system and then do what they want. But this person was proud that what they wanted was to be free, get high, and tell everyone to fuck off. So as we're not hating, but as we indict the 9 to 5 working class, I would just wonder what most people would do without them. Without them, the society you take for granted goes away. It just disappears. Because I'm pretty sure it's their effort and their lives and their everything that the whole thing supports. Now, you can get up here much higher. But down lower, no, you just get to dribble down economy off the inside of the elitist legs. That's fine if that's what you want. But this idea that people are proud that others work for them, and then some of our art takes a shot at those people, I'm damn proud that I can show up every day like a real person. The people that let their feelings tell them I can't be on time, I can't do what I'm supposed to. But then I wonder why you get to have as much as I do. I think you should have to go without, because you can't be on time, you can't do what you're supposed to do, you can't even contract correctly. And did I miss the part where people choose to contract with what they do? Or are you being forced with bodily harm to work. It's bodily harm they use to threaten us with to take our money, to give to someone else. And if a conflict is coming, it might not be with the bottom against the top. It might be the takers and consumers as the enemy of the creators and the providers. And then that really throws a wrench into the whole thinking and propaganda of the day. Because I don't know if you're so righteous sitting under the tree complaining about society. I know just where I work alone has had unfulfilled jobs for going on years. So, with no one putting in the effort, I'm curious what you're going to get from it all. Maybe a holy war. I don't know.
Down in that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot up on his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie the Britain sold him, what a shocker. Yeah. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker, destined to survive.
And then I would argue, I think it's a good discussion to have, that a lot of the poor with the benefits become some of the main consumer takers of society. We can pull up hours of videos of people bragging about how much food the government buys them. I don't know. I go hungry on a regular because it turns out that's not my number one priority. And no one pays for my meals. So I get so confused because you're healthy enough to get out of the house to go shopping. Couldn't you be healthy enough to go out and work? Yeah, I get a little frustrated because it turns out I'm pretty sure the 9 to 5 set make the whole machine tick.
9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper.
Now, I bring reality right into that, and I actually talk. I spread as much truth at work as possible. I contract for labor correctly and then try to spread knowledge all at the same time. I've got a very good apron that hangs back in the kitchen. It just says things I do. I cook. I know things. There's what I can give you. And I get a lot of takers. So you don't have to just be a zombie. You could actually create a network within your job as you're contracting for labor and pay. Then you could invest it properly, make more, and then you could go free people on the side. Instead of the government, you could do it. You could help people. If care and concern win out over consumption. But in the end, I'm positive it is a consumption versus creation problem we have right now. And I'm too busy creating shit. I can only speak for myself. That's the only person I know, and all my opinions are for fun and shits and giggles. But I don't have time to consume. I don't understand where everyone gets this time to just sit around and take in things. You'd think you'd be busier than that.
9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow.
Now, here's the problem. Not a problem. I like Rant.
Netflix to distract you from the horror and
but you can't align yourself. There is no morals for the Luciferian path. So people who are evil, if you could start a fight and gut someone at all in the same alley, you have no morals. You shouldn't really reflect on them. They don't serve you. Actual morality is not a subjective discussion. Does it do harm? It's immoral. Did you do harm? Did you steal anything? It's immoral. Now, most people working are not doing immoral actions. A lot of those consuming in the back alleys, living off a hustle, there the morals sort of go down the toilet. So I just think it's interesting.
Follow all your morals for a retweet or a follow, and shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it or the rules that we all honour. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her.
Well, hey, at least now I understand what the spoilers were for, and shit, yeah, spoilers all the way. I would want to wait on the next section where he reflects from, well, it appears going to be jail. We saw that in the spoilers. So the fans that thought that was highly important, I don't know. Do you really need to be advertised to, or don't you like him enough just to show up for the next one because he made something? I'm going to keep asking that question because I'm confused. What part of you have to know what's next changes it for you? Or are you just programmed that trailers and spoilers are needed? Because it's all contained in the storyline. You know, like, why would I need to know what's next? I could just wait.
Was an officer who stood.
Oh, wait. Is it patience? Is that one of the things that we're having struggles with in society now?
Bitch, and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Now I'm so confused. I'm just confused on the storyline. Did Vincent not do what he did? Did he not have some sort of... Now, I agree that it would be the person he gutted's family's right to beat his head in with a rock, if they so choose. I'm not sure I need the government to enforce justice for me. Natural law dictates how that works. The family who was stolen from has some rights. But is it a life for life? That's I can't answer that one. But didn't we I mean, just these lines kind of make it seem like he's getting abused, but now at the same time, it looked like he wasn't in a bar fight. He was down beating up servicing some dude from that line. So I don't know what was really going on. From our storyline, he gutted someone in a back alley fight.
Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running? He's already in the locker.
Yeah.
He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her.
Well, except for moral behavior, right? Moral and ethical framework to live your life by, then you would never have an experience with authority. There's just no point. They're too busy chasing careless motherfuckers.
Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees.
See, now I'm not sure what that line represents in the storyline, because it seemed like we saw something different, but now he just seems like a victim. So then he's just gonna...
But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not
So, gosh, I'd have to go back and see. Was Richard part of the prologue? I don't recognize... I'm looking forward to stringing them all together, I think. And then with the add-ons, really see, take a deep dive into the storytelling of it all, which I think is exceptional. My own personal feelings aside, doesn't change how good the art is. I would hope people realize that. I don't think they do, but I would hope they do. It turns out you get to think anything you want. If it makes you feel bad, you should blame your parents for not giving you a thicker skin, not the people saying shit that bothers you. Now, you know, I, of course, at the same time, expect blowback, so do what you gotta do.
Quick to find the trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
No, it's just those lines I'm not sure about because I like the ideas within it all. But you know, can he be a righteous man if he uses too much force? With the word "lapped" implies a takedown. I'm just saying from the language point of view. I'm just confused. I don't know if this is an officer overstepping their authority, abuse, or is justice being served because you just gutted a dude in an alley. I don't know. Very cool. Okay, his tale next. All right, cool. So Richard's tales is up next. We'll flesh that out, or well, Ren will flesh that out, and I will ruin it for you. You know, that's what I do. Vincent's tale, self-portrait, a whole lot of. Now, see, wasn't that the dude in the first? Yeah, see, I thought that was the dude in the first video, but I can't. I saw it the one time, right? So I don't really remember that well. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, looking forward to the next one. Later.